Hi everyone, this is Neil Writer, consultant audiologist and director of ClearWax. I'd like to start off the video by sharing some really fantastic and exciting news. We've been busy trying to launch the WAXscope in Australia because we've had so much interest from specialists down under. And I'm pleased to announce that this morning, the WAXscope, alongside all of our suction tips and manual instruments, have been registered by the TGA, which is the Medical Device Regulatory Board in Australia. So that's fantastic. So we're just now busy preparing for the launch. So if you are a specialist in Australia, please do email info@clearwax.co.uk and we can share more information with you. And we can't give an exact date when everything will be available, but it will be shortly, and it will be available exclusively via the ENT store, which are a medical device distributor in Australia. So just going back to this case, it's quite a tricky one because the entrance of the ear canal is quite narrow and the cartilage is quite stiff. It wasn't as flexible as normal. Once you get into the ear, it wasn't too bad. The ear canal did balloon protrude outwards a bit, so it was wider. But this wax plug is extremely impacted and it's adhered. You may have just seen there, managed to remove quite a lot of dead skin that was enveloping this plug, but which was also attached to the canal wall. Now, you wouldn't be able to remove this exclusively by suction itself. It's just too impacted. It's quite matted. So I'm going to use the right angled ear pick in a moment, but I'm just putting some more drops in first. In terms of specular size, I'm using our medium-sized specular, which is our standard size, should I say, which is a 4.25 millimeter one. I could have potentially used a smaller one as well, just to get into the ear a bit more, but I was happy with the view I was receiving via the specular. You can see the second bend just there to the right, so it's a bit narrow. The smaller specular would have probably just got past that, but I was happy with the view. So I'm just trying to separate it from the back. Again, I've got this thick blanket of skin. That's the white, glossy tissue that's surrounding the plug, but it's just too rock solid. It's been there for ages. This patient last attended in 2009. And at the time, I did say to them, come every couple of years, because the first time we really struggled to remove it. And yeah, it's just not budging. You can see how dark it is, so we know it's been there for a while. It's oxidized. I'm just trying to wriggle it forwards, but it's just not moving forwards. It's moving side to side, but it's not really coming towards the entrance. So I'm able to lift it up, but not laterally. I mean, it was like a stone. After the procedure, we dropped it on our medical trolley and it just pings. So I'm just looking at the top part of the ear canal. Because it's a bit of a narrow ear, I decided to use the ear pick. So I'm just going to push it up against the superior canal wall. I'm going to go into the middle of it and I'm going to prise it in. And it did drag it forward. It didn't remove it, but it did drag it forward and it did break it up a little bit. So although I wasn't able to fully extract it using the pick came in handy because I'm just chiseling through that, as you can see. So as soon as I reached the entrance, because it's narrow, it just stopped. It just, the wax plug got blocked. So I'm just going to go to the top again. And I'm just going to go over and beyond and just drag forward. As we're dragging forward, it's just going to be careful with the pick because it is a tapered end. So you don't want to drag it too much and lose control and it cuts through the wax and then you make contact with the floor of the ear canal. But you can see it's just a really tight squeeze there at the entrance. But I'm satisfied that's broken it up, so I'm going to go back in with the suction now. So it's a great illustration with manual instruments. It may not always extract the wax, but it can break it down. Not always. Now, if that plug was quite loose and mobilized, it's a bit more tricky to use manual instruments because the plug is literally moving around in the ear and you can sometimes push it further in if it's fully mobile, but this was quite impacted and embedded. So again, just stretching open the ear. Just going to get this wax at the front, just past the second bend in focus. Just clear this away. And then we're going to retrieve that deeper wax. So again, I'm really just having to stretch open the ear now because this wax is a bit deeper. I need to be getting a slightly better view. You see it's in perfect focus here. And fortunately, when I got a suction grip here, it brought everything forwards. So we're just going to have a look at the eardrum, which is nice and healthy. Some of the wax was on the drum. You can see the staining, so it was, and they've got quite a narrow isthmus, but the eardrum looks brilliant, nice and healthy. I'm just going to mop up just at the entrance here. So just be careful we don't poke into the canal. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Take care, keep well, and speak soon. Bye.